Okay, well, we keep hearing about economic uncertainty, and that seems to be impacting the business outlook for Lightspeed. This is the point-of-sale software provider, which today revised its revenue outlook for the year. Dax Sasilva is Lightspeed's CEO, and he joins us now. Dax, thanks very much for making some time for us. And it actually wasn't that long ago that you had quarterly results. I believe it was the beginning of February. So what would you say has changed in the business outlook since then?
Yeah, well, several macroeconomic conditions have deteriorated in that time, through February and March to date. We've seen heightened inflationary pressures, more job insecurity, and there's just been weakened consumer confidence that's been impacting discretionary spending amongst consumers. And more than 60% of our revenues is transaction-based revenue, so through payments solutions. So if there is softness in consumer spending, and we've seen it globally, our core markets of North America retail and European hospitality have both seen dampened consumer spending. And so that does affect our overall revenue picture. We revised guidance by 2%, and it does affect to a lesser extent subscription revenue.
Okay, so I guess in the simplest form, if in those moments where people would traditionally be pulling out their card to pay for a meal, or if they were shopping or what have you, if they're being more cautious right now, that impacts the business. I know you work with all sorts of businesses, but you also work with a lot of small businesses that probably are trying to navigate where their own business goes from here. Does that factor into your outlook as well?
Yeah, there has been a dampening of small business formation in this environment. People are holding off on making those investments, but primarily it is the consumer spend at restaurants and retailers that we're seeing.
Okay. Now, in terms of your role at the company, obviously for people who've been tracking Lightspeed, you came back into the CEO role as you wanted to really be part of the evolution of the Lightspeed business. I think just looking at some of the analyst reaction today, the question is, how is Lightspeed ultimately going to navigate the macro uncertainty? So what are you guys doing in the face of this to sort of try to mitigate the reality of people being more cautious?
Yeah, definitely controlling costs. We've maintained our EBITDA guidance of more than 53 million in adjusted EBITDA for the year. So very, very tight control of costs. And ultimately, our solutions help businesses navigate these periods. Another example is during the pandemic. Investing in systems and in fact, our supplier network, our wholesale network, allows businesses to choose new areas of supply if their current areas of supply are being tariffed, right? So our solutions and our technology allows businesses to be more agile in this environment, and so we're continually pitching and trying to show that those solutions can really help navigate this environment for business.
And it's as we just kicked off an election campaign at a federal level in this country, and every day people are talking about trade wars and economic uncertainty. As a CEO, what would you like to see if there's this, consumer confidence? It's sort of this intangible thing until it's tangible, and I think the fact that you guys are having to update your results reflects that. But it's the politicians that are getting a lot of the attention right now. What should they be doing, in your opinion?
I think business flourishes, of course, with certainty, right? And so if there's not a news cycle where the goalposts are changing, or there's potential cuts to jobs and the federal bureaucracy and both sides of the border, the more certainty the business has, the more that business can invest and flourish, and that all of that consumer sentiment that affects how much people spend in businesses and how much business owners invest for the future. So I think creating an environment of certainty is of the utmost importance for us to get past some of these macroeconomic conditions. So
if you have to be a little bit more cautious with your own spending in light of this potential top line reality, if you will, as a growth company, as a technology company, do you have to make some tough choices on how you spend in the short term then?
It's, certainly. I mean, I think that there are things that we'll pull back on, but we're investing for the future. We're investing for growth. We have our capital markets day at the New York Stock Exchange this Wednesday, where we're laying out a 3-year plan. So this is a 3-month period, but we're talking, at Capital Markets Day about a 39-month period or a 36-month period, and it's. That the opportunity for Lightspeed to grow in our 2 core growth engines of North America retail and EMEA hospitality, they're incredible opportunities. And so, yes, we've got to control costs in the current macro, but we also have to invest so that we can win our markets where we have the highest right to win.
And just a final question, you talked about inflation. This is the tricky thing. We keep talking with economists about how if there's a worsening economic outlook, then maybe you're going to see central banks cutting interest rates just to help consumers as well navigate through this. But if you're seeing that sort of inflationary concern, there's almost kind of like a balancing act that I would think central banks have to manage through that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that there's a lot of choices that are going to have to be made over the next little while. Yeah. But hopefully, consumers can feel more confident about the economy once some of the bigger decisions around tariffs and around other items that are affecting the macro are settled, and we can continue to. The economy can continue to grow.
Well, I even saw in the market this morning, if there was some reporting that, maybe we will see more targeted tariffs come next month, and that got people feeling more optimistic. Right. So we'll see how fast that can turn depending on how things play out. But Dax, thanks very much for updating us on your situation. Appreciate it.